Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Ursa and this is going to be a massive game. Strap in, you're going to need to. Been chatting to my Patreon crew, they're an amazing lot, and we were thinking, after playing the Eleanor game, the TSL game we just played, we really haven't done many Asia TSL games at all. China, Japan, Vietnam, Kemens, Mongolia, like nothing like that we haven't done that in ages and ages and ages. So we had a chat and we thought Japan would be an amazingly fun playthrough. And you know, we had one of those games last time where the culture victory kicked in really early because I'm playing with Monopolies and Corporations mode. I really like it. I find it adds a lot to the game, and I struggle to take it out. We also got Secret Societies, Heroes and Legends, Barbarian Clans. You don't need to know any of that because you can just come to Discord, plug, and take the save file from Discord, come along, it's all good. But I had a culture victory that stripped quite a lot of Eleanor's fun away, so I've taken culture victory off today. We've got science, domination, religion, diplomacy and score as the options, and I'm committing now. I'm going to try and go for a domination victory. This is going to be Ursa plays 50 players, TSL, Huge Earth, Domination as Japan. This is going to be a lot of fun. You may also notice I have 2 settlers at the beginning. Well, hey! Now, this is another complaint I often see. Oh, Ursa, you never get to play the late game very much. Why don't you use giant death robots? And why don't you use nukes? And all this sort of stuff. And the answer is because I always win too early. So what we're doing today is we're playing a medieval start. So this is my favourite era to start. If you haven't started in the medieval before, I would really recommend it because it really boosts a couple of things. All of your cities that you settle have extra population. I think your capital gets 4 and all of your subsequent cities get 2. It's an amazingly small change, but it's really cool and I like it. It also means you start with a lot of the techs, for all the techs, to improve resources. So like you haven't got to worry about getting plantations or quarries or anything along those lines. So it means if I can see it, and actually that's a good point as well, I can see all the iron and the horses, so that's something else that's fun as well. But by starting in the medieval age, it's turn 136. Now I would normally have way over 100 science at this point in the game, but we don't. I've got 0. So what I'm hoping is that we're going to run way later into the game than we normally do, and because of that, we might be able to play with some more late game technology. Also, I do start with shipbuilding, so I can at least get off Japan if I need to. In fact, looking at this start, the problem is, here's Korea, right? Korea start right next to Japan, so I've got a choice here. Either I go for the T start, which is here, or I go for the geothermal fissure start, which is there. I'm tempted to go for geothermal fissure because you can't improve that tile until very late into the game, but I can improve the T resource, and quite honestly, I think that's the science. I think, yeah, it is T, 15% science yield, so I think looking forward, I really want to keep that one free if we can. Wales is military, so that's awesome. We need to keep an eye on that one. That's 30% X or 15%, 30% production towards military units, so that's really good. So I think I'm going to go for the geothermal start. That will mean that Korea will settle probably on this tile or maybe on the tile over here, but they've got good sea exposure. That's good for Japan. That means we can go and invade Korea because that historically has always gone well for Japan. If you've never played Japan before, I rated them as S tier when I did my tier list, and I stand by that. They're amazing because the Meningi restoration is amazing. All districts receive standard adjacency bonus rather than a weak one, like, 2 districts give you 1 bonus. Every district gives you a bonus. Like, it adds up. It's really good. It's really fantastic. And on top of that, we get +5 combat strength on all land tiles next to the coast and all shallow water tiles as well. So when we're attacking cities with galleys, for instance, I get +5. Isn't that amazing? If I embark with a samurai, for instance, which is my unique unit that I get instead of men-at-arms, and instead of it being at apprenticeship, it is instead at feudalism. It's really annoying that, but that's fine. I also need some iron to fix that one, so we need to make sure we pick up the iron, which I know at least I've got 1 source cell, so that's good. So I think a samurai rush of Korea is going to be absolutely what we do, but also we know that there's a lot of islands. The Pacific nations, Japan historically tried to settle into. We've got Alaska up in this direction. I've got the sort of northern Russian provinces. We're kind of going to be settling where we can and then going to war for the rest of it, so that's quite fun. Anansei I found as a starting hero. I don't know why I found him, probably for some reason. Oh, discovered Asia. Well, I'm on Asia. Well, there we go. That's fine. But I haven't found any secret societies yet, so we'll kind of make that one up as we go along. Yeah, this is all really, really good fun. Oh, I do have some mods on. Again, you can come and have a look on the Discord because I give you all of this, but we've got historical religions on today. I've got the religion extending mod as well, religion expanded. That's always really good fun. And yet not another map pack is providing the map for us. So I think we should have a grand total of 16 religions in this game, which will make it really easy. And we've got, you know, lots and lots of religious possibility as well. So I'm hoping we'll be able to pick up a religion. Let's just immediately settle in place where Kyoto should be. Isn't that wonderful? So actually we've got the choice between the whales and the tea. I think I know which one I'm going to go for. But this will just, you know, it gives us a nice amount of flexibility on Japan itself. We'll go and have a look. I think Japan in this game is incredibly small. Incredibly small. So we need to just kind of keep an eye for this and see what we can do really. But I'm going to go immediately pick up the tea. Now, when you go Domination, it's always very tempting to go for the +4 combat strength, and I stand by that. That is very, very tempting. But Classical Republic scales a lot better later into the game because the +1 housing and +1 immunity in all of your cities going forward, that's a big deal. That's a really, really big deal. But I am going to go Oligarchy this time because that +4 will help me just to samurai and then naval push out to try and get myself as much as I can into Korea. I think that's going to be a good move for me. I do want a religion, so I'm going to pull up the Great Prophet card. Don't forget, we're starting the medieval era. That's why I can do all this. When you're not sure what to do, Agogi is good, veterancy is good, maritime industries are good. It depends on what sort of unit that you're going to build. Equestrian orders would help me to get iron in quicker. Agogi will help me to get samurai in, but we can switch to that once we've got it. So I'll go veterancy for now. We'll go for conscription in order to get that +2. In fact, actually, do I want to go for walls instead? No, but there's a little bit of extra gold. That's good for now. Let's go for urban planning, get myself a little bit of generic production. We also now want to have a very careful look as to the space on Japan, because we don't have a lot of it, and we want to place our districts as, you know, well as we can, really. Japan can build encampments, holy sites and theatre squares quicker. They're not any better, but I can build them quicker, so that is something to consider. Holy sites, obviously, I want to do, and I'm thinking there are a couple of religions that I can get which will scale really, really well. I'm thinking, so while profits, I've got to get 120 points to start with. I should do that pretty quickly, but I think there is one that I can get science from shrines and temples, which would be amazing, and that would help me to deal with a sort of crippling lack of other districts. I mean, that would be quite entertaining if I could do that. Other than that, I mean, you can really build whatever districts you want, so I'm going to go for the Domination sort of standard, which is I need science, I need production, and I need gold. So we'll go for holy sites. I'm going to use instead of campuses for a little bit. If I can get that religion and get myself science from that religion, that will really, really help to kind of replace campuses for a while. I can get harbours in order to give myself that production and also the gold from being around. Hopefully I'll go and find Auckland in the game and take them over, but we'll see if they actually spawn. Often they don't. And we'll also go for industrial zones. Now this iron, of course, being a very good source of industrial adjacency, but we'll go from there later. Here's the thing as well. I gotta really plan these districts out. We do not have a lot of space here at all. We are severely limited. Already there is a +5 harbour, which is awesome. I can put a campus there, which would make it +3 because there is a reef, and that actually takes it away. I was thinking of utilising the geothermal fissure to put a campus on that tile, which is +4, but actually thinking about it, I take a little bit of a hit, and it means that I can sort of push away. And in fact, actually, it means that later on, I can build an entertainment complex to get that +4. Sorry, water park. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. That frees up in this direction, which lets me get the holy site on that tile, and it also helps me to pick up an industrial zone on that tile as well. I'm not saying it's the best. We may struggle to get all this down. Japan and the Japanese start on this map are very, very limited in scope, but I think for now that'll be fine. I'm just going to plonk down the harbour. I know that's going to be one of the first districts that I put down, so we'll lock that in and we'll go from there. In terms of tech, I want to be picking up things that are going to be useful for me. So what am I going to really hit Korea with? I need a navy. I need a navy. Navy is an important thing to be able to do. I think getting 2 harbours with cartography will give me caravels, which are 55 strength. That will help me to take over the immediate area. I mean, unfortunately, it won't help me to break down walls, but I've got ancient walls, and hopefully that's all they'll have for a little bit. So I'll pick up buttress to start with. I don't think it's necessarily the easiest one for me to pick up, but it'll do for now. In terms of otherwise what I want to be able to do, I'm going to go for a full Pingala start as well. So we'll put Pingala in, and then I'll convert Kyoto's population into culture, into science, and then also into great people. That's fine for now. That'll help me to get my first religion. It'll help me to pick up my first admiral. Actually, the admiral's pretty good. That would give me sight range, which is really, really handy for warfare. And of course, feudalism is what I'm going to go for down here. That's all you need to know for now. That's all I'm going to be doing. Okay, so it looks like they did settle Korea, but they settled a little bit further away. There. They've still got decent sea exposure, and that's what I need to remember, actually. I can still pick that up in a little bit. Now, how big is Japan? It's really not big. We're not going to be able to put any other districts here. Sorry, cities to sort of blend this together. That is a little bit of a shame, but never mind. I'm thinking, do we utilize the mainland and take over the mainland first, or do we let Korea take that over? Because I can get to this bit easier down the line. Don't know actually. That is a good question. I'm going to pick up the trade route. That's a nice 6 gold route for me. Also will help me just to sort of, yeah, buy those early game bits and pieces. I'm just going to sniff it out. I don't know if it's the best long-term thing for me to do, but I like the idea of having a mainland. Yeah, I like the idea of having a mainland sort of city there. That could be quite useful for me. Nobody else has gone for the profit points at the beginning of the game. I'm really, really hoping we can pick up a religion nice and quick. We'll see about that though. Void Singers is my first government. Okay, that's not too bad, but it does mean that I've got the governor, and I'm going to pick up Victor with him because he provides a lot of extra defensive use, and I can also use him to keep the loyalty pressure onto Kyoto if it begins to become a problem down the line. I just moved builders around. That was really stupid. You'll have to ignore the fact that I've just done that. China. Now, I want to make friends with China because China will help me take down Korea, hopefully. So we'll send them a delegation. I'll trade them open borders. I don't really want to do it like that. Can I give you just like a little bit of stuff just up front? Go on, there we go. Perfect. That means that now, okay, they just need a little bit more from me, but I'm hoping we can make friends with them, and that means we can get a joint war going. Mongolia as well could be equally useful to take down Korea, so we'll keep that in mind. What I'm hoping is that Korea go for a bunch of coastal settles. If they do that, that's going to make my life a lot easier. I'm also going to settle on the coast. I know it's not as much fresh water, but I'd rather aqueduct over to that later on. There we go. Victor just helps me to keep the loyalty. You can see there's some iron, which I'm going to immediately go and improve. I can also chop the harbour down. It means I've got a harbour going. That's a huge amount of extra gold per term, which is nice. And then we'll build the holy site, which I can do really quickly as well. Now already I'm seeing a lovely aqueduct over in that direction. There's also a mine and some beautiful strategic iron, so that'll give me a +5 already. I like that a lot. It also gives me a nice +5 harbour and a +3 holy site, so that's what I'm going to do to start with. I think that's a good little mix of things. I've also just found the twins. Now that is useful. The twins are an amazing pickup. Oh, because I can basically take over Korea's army and use it against them. Now that's fun. That is fun. I think I'm going to do that. I like the twins as a concept. So yeah, let's just roll with it. Why not? Korea went for Moi. Ah, intriguing. Okay, so they have gone for a hero really quickly. That's useful to know. There it is. The twins already ready to rock. And more helpfully, I can actually just teleport him across the sea. 54 strength. He is easily enough to take down pretty much every spearman that they throw at me. Actually getting the pikeman upgrade might be pretty useful in terms of then being able to upgrade those spearmen. But here's my first iron resource. Now why is iron so important? Well, I need iron for samurai. As soon as we get those samurai down, we'll be laughing. Japan is hilariously small on this map, can I just say? It's so cute. it's like terrifyingly awful, but it's also very cute. Oh dear. At the moment I'm thinking of that sort of arrangement with a city on this little bit. It's not perfect, but I mean, It'll do. Coupe is going to be a real problem for me, actually. I can just see him taking every single island across the map and being a real bother. Mongolia has already claimed some Mekong. Okay, that's a bit annoying. It seems like all of my neighbours have heroes. China haven't got a hero, apparently. And why is there a settler here? Okay, I'm just going to keep an eye on that one. That's a little bit intriguing, is it not? Barbs. Oh, that's exciting. I could send my twins over to go and take down the barbs. Keep an eye on that. Vietnam is always difficult to invade. They've all got walls up already. That's slightly frightening. Just going to sneak in a denunciation of Korea. Just getting that in nice and quickly. And then hopefully I can get a joint war with somebody in time. Uh-oh, that's a catastrophic eruption if ever I've seen one. That's pretty appalling. What just got... Oh, my iron mine just got totally destroyed. Oh, and my tea got destroyed. Come now. Why are you doing that? It's not on. We have to get ourselves another builder going. I need 2 more gold. I'm just doing the usual thing at the moment where I'm just sort of purchasing diplomatic favour up. It's relatively handy. Coupe, yeah, you can have open borders. That means I've got enough gold now to pick up the builder. Let's get the shrine being built in my capital. And then I think what I'm doing is I think I can make an industry on these whales with both of those builder charges, because that's the second, yeah, there we go, look, second improved thing. So that's wonderful. Okay, work those whales, please. So instead of building a shrine, what I'm doing is I'm actually getting some swordsmen in, or starting to build swordsmen, in order to, when I flip over to samurai, I'll have already part built them, which is quite handy. Hey, diplomatic favour is now worth something. Vietnam's going to give me a crazy amount. That's awesome. We like that. Perfect. Anyone want to buy my whales? Yeah, loads of people who can. I'm asking for gold up front at the moment because it's more useful to me. How's the shrine coming along? Okay, I'm still getting the most great people points for the profits, but if I get a shrine in my capital, that gets doubled by Pengala, so it's well worth it. Well, this always happens. You scout with random units and barbarian galleys kill them. Never learn. Never learn. Interestingly, Korea is now at war with Kublai, and Vietnam really doesn't like them either. Yeah, this is a good time to go to war with Korea, actually. I can get a little bit of gold out of it, which is awesome. So we'll do that, but you'll see why it's really, really advantageous in a second. Now, the trick is, basically, everybody that's met them, I need you to join in the war. China doesn't want to join in the war. I mean, you're right on the border. Come on. Be a little ambitious. Never mind. So this is the reason why. Oh, look. It's a settler. They left the settler on the coast right next to... I mean, why? Why would you do that? Come on. So anyway, now I can go and settle up to the north somewhere and just have some fun that way. Do some pillaging with the twins for a second. That would be quite nice. It is Pantheon time. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. What do I want to do? What have we got a lot of? I just kind of need things that are going to help me with the military victory over the course of the game. +1 science from mines over luxury and bonus resources, not strategics though. So, I mean, my iron isn't going to give me much on that one, unless there is still the mines over strategic resources. That is one. I think someone actually has taken that already, so that's no fun. I might pick one of my favourites actually, Primordial Waters. 2 amenities and 2 housing from holy sites adjacent to coast or lakes. It's going to be quite a few of them. That scales really nicely around my core lands. That will give Kyoto +5 amenities and Tokyo +3. I like that. That works really well. Let's do that. I mean, I actually can't think of a better choice. That's awesome. So this is where Japan really shines. +5 combat strength on coastal land, and then also +4 from oligarchy means my twins are attacking with 63 power. There is a risk that Korea are going to throw some walls up quickly, so I'm just going to quickly get a battering ram so that I don't lose out, because I always muck that up. So I'm gonna actually fix it now, so people don't shout at me. So I'm going to sort that out quickly. I'm now going to switch from a warrior to a temple. So I've locked in that production on the warrior. The swordsman will flick over. The samurai will flick over. I think that'll be perfect. Let's get an internal trade route, I think. Yeah, for now. I think the gold is useful, but I would rather have actually a capital that can actually produce things. That sounds like more fun. And the question is, do I just attack with the twins? Or do I... Yeah, you know what? I will. I'm going to just lay the pressure on quickly. So I'll move over to here, and then I'll attack, and then I'll keep spinning around the city, and I can go and pillage this farm to get some health. There it is. Samurai. Samurai is done. Military emergency. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that. Sorry, I just don't care. Right, veterancy, not needed anymore. Great profit points I do need. Feudal contract, that helps me to build my samurai. That's awesome. But do I go for holy site adjacency bonuses? Not for now. Not yet. Urban planning is still what I want. Conscription is okay. But I kind of need maritime industries to throw some galleys out. I think that'll be quite helpful. Yeah, that'll do for now. So now that I've got feudalism in, doesn't really matter what I go for overly. Naval tradition would be good. That'll give me a bunch more gold. So maybe I'll go for that. This builder, inevitably you just stay around because this volcano is clearly going to go off again. But move the twins around one. Now you're on the farm. Settler has escaped. And I can go kerfumph again. I am just waiting for this city to build walls. That's why the battering ram is coming across. I just get that sense that that's exactly what they're going to do. Do I want to be in a military emergency? No. And the reason is if Korea goes into that military emergency, which they might, I would get kicked out of my war. It failed anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. But yeah, sometimes you can just sort of lose out a little bit like that. Let's get the battering ram in. Now we have a possibility of taking this. So bam, that's a lot of damage. You've got the samurai being finished in this city. Kyoto is about to be able to rush its samurai through as well. I can hire a swordsman from this clan. That's awesome, because that's a really, 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 really cheap upgrade. 150 gold to that upgrade. That's wonderful. We can do that very, very quickly. Is this going to be the city for me? Yes, it is. Lovely stuff. And it's loyal. Even better. Nice. It's actually Victor. Victor can just move straight over to the new city. Beautiful stuff. I've got a campus. I've got a theatre square. It's all rocking. It's all rocking well for me. I love it. And there's my first samurai. Oh, yeah. Oh, these things are so powerful. 48 strength. They can chop down most things. It's pretty impressive. Also, I can get rid of that tea, which is brilliant. And sell my diplomatic favour. I'm losing quite a bit of it now, so there's no point holding on to that one. Sell some of the iron. No, there's no point selling the iron, but that is an upgrade as well. So now I have 2 samurais. Cool. Great profit. I think this is the first in the game. I think. Yes. Yes, 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 it is. I'm going to pick the sword today. I like the look of that one. Ursa conquers the world. Nice. Now, feed the world is still an option, so food from shrines and temples is awesome, but today we're not going to do that because I always go for that one. I'm going to go the heretic script. Shrines and temples provide science equal to their intrinsic faith output. That will force me to build stuff more, which is going to be really, really handy. Like, I know other ones like work ethic work really well. I mean, honestly, these are all really, really, really good options, but I'm thinking late game, I can use my faith with a Grand Master's Chapel to purchase in all the units that I want, right? So that sounds really, really good. So don't need the production. I can just purchase units in. So I'm going to go for the science. That means I don't have to build as many campuses. I can just focus on doing that. I'm also now going to pick up Crusade. Because honestly, what is a game without Crusade? You know? Ursa conquers the world. It's the first of 16 religions. And quite frankly, it's the best. Also time for city number 3. I'm going to pick up serfdom quickly. I like serfdom, and I've just switched over to conscription because I wasn't building many boats. Not really building many boats. I probably should so that I can upgrade them from caravels, actually. That's... oh, God. Oh, I keep changing my mind. I keep changing my mind. Never mind. That's fine. Oh, they did a little bit of damage to me. But 9 from the city centre. I feel like I can handle that. That's fine. So I'm going to quickly get in a quick denunciation of China as well. Japan and China, we often get along well with each other. And, you know, Japanese wars into Chinese territory, again, infamously well worked. Let's just start whamming on those city walls. Whamming, of course, being a very, very good verb. George Michael did it all the time. To wham, I wham, you wham, we, he, she whams. You know, easy. I'm going to make friends with Tamiris, by the way, because she sounds awesome. Oh no, I've already hit the grievance point. Okay, that was pointless. Ugh. So this is the point of the game where I've already sinned on the world enough that like no one is going to be my friend. That's okay. Next thing I want to do is pick up a government, and I think monarchy is the easiest government to go for now. So we're going to go and do that. That'll help. Actually, I just realised moving the twins away from the sea was a bad move. There we go. Now they get the +5. I need to remember that with Japan. You've got to have coastal units. Oh, someone just came and stole the city. Oh, Mongolia, you cheeky thing, you. That's incredibly cheeky. Oh, I like the style, though. I do like their style, just running in, stealing the city like that. Okay, well, maybe Mongolia has got to be my next target, then. Maybe they do. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. Right, we're going to move my troops back a little bit, and we'll reassess this one. Actually left their spearmen quite open if I wanted to go and take them out. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Matthew Wilkinson, Salty Tech, Midnight Oil, Trevor Askby, Paul Coffey, Senjik, Kroger Brand, Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard and Portland for all of your support on Patreon, as well as everybody else who comments and likes. Thank you!